You have 60 seconds.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is May the 30th. Yesterday there was a derailment in Linden near Front Royal. So as far as I can tell, trains are being rerouted down the Shenandoah Valley, which is a little bit unusual. We're gonna go see if we can find some.
Okay. See you there, folks.
I have a ride along today.
Me too.
Yep.
We're going to...
Someone saw me getting up and getting ready to leave and just wouldn't take no.
You're
So,
so silly, Daddy.
all right, sit back.
So see you there, folks. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to...
Thank you, Iva. So we are set up at Compton, at the bridge you can see in the background. Apparently 202 is on the way. I heard it on the radio. So we are waiting for him. And then I think there's something behind him. We'll see how far away that is. It could be AT&T, it could be something else. We'll find out. Anything to say?
Welcome.
Oh.
We trained Daddy to talk to you about trains.
All right, so 202 just went by. I'll probably have a video up of that at some point soon. We took the siding and dispatcher suggested something was coming south. I don't know if it'll come this far. We will find out, I guess. And there's still the northbound at some point. Back north again. Iva was asleep back there at 10 in the morning, which is not ideal. She was up super early though, which is mostly why she's with me. So we called 202, and then I think it was calling 20D. I'll have to check the radio recordings when I get home, or maybe catch it again. It looks like the track at Linden is open again. I see evidence of trains coming north from the Washington sub or the Washington district, getting ready to turn onto the B line, and I also see evidence of a train going east on the B line. And that's also based on the radio calls that I heard earlier from the dispatcher. So we're going to head back into that general vicinity and maybe see if we're not going to catch the first train going through there, but some of the first traffic to pass through the derailment site. I saw some drone footage of the crash site yesterday. Looks like it was 12R, which is a manifest train. It had, I think, 4 or 5 locos on the front, and it's derailed coming into the siding at, I forget, is it Cody or Woods? The siding that's up along Happy Creek Road in Front Royal. Someone's having a bad day. So yeah, we're gonna head up that way, see what we see, try and stay out of anyone's way. interesting thing is the locos stayed on the track, and then there was a small pile-up of freight cars immediately behind those. A few people noted that there was an empty center beam flat car that appeared to possibly be one of the first cars in the train. So it's possible that they had a stringline incident. It's possible that one of the cars has picked the point and been caused a problem, and it's also possible that something else has happened entirely. It's almost impossible to tell. And there's only a handful of things that can cause a derailment like that, but without being on, without having access to certain pieces of data, I can't tell. So my plan for now is to head to Front Royal. We're gonna run along, it's 10:08, we're gonna run along Happy Creek Road. I'll take a quick look at the map. I haven't heard anything on the radio recently, but we'll see what's moving and decide whether we're gonna stick around in that area if there are too many people, or there is a obvious police presence. I don't want to get in the way or in trouble. So. Just listening to the dispatcher talking to the track inspector, it sounds like the track now is open. The switch has a very heavy speed restriction on it. Sounds like 10 miles an hour in either position or direction. Yeah, so the track is open. There is a switch. The switch at the east end of the siding that was where the derailment occurred has a very severe speed restriction on it, 10 miles per hour. The track inspector has stated that there are conditions that need to be met. A number of trains running over it in each direction and each route position, and then it can be upgraded to 25 miles per hour. Alright, so we are set up in the Plains. There is actually a westbound somewhere. It's pretty close, so we're going to set up and chase it back east to Linden, and then we're going to call it a day. Okay, future Chris here, saving you from having to watch 30 minutes of past Chris faffing about and driving through semi-rural Virginia. Here we're leaving the Plains and passing the historic depot, then headed back to the interstate. Turning left onto Virginia Route 55. You know what, while he's getting himself back to Linden, let's just push him up into the corner and we'll show you some pictures of the crash site and then the other 227. Here is the short version. We caught a train at the Plains. Its ID was 227. The plan was to drive around Marshall on I-66 and get off at Delaplane, and take a quick video as it passed through there, and then try to beat it back to Linden to get a drone shot of it passing through the crash site. As you'll see, however, we got held up by a train at Delaplane, and I heard on the radio the dispatcher talking to 227. I was confused. I was certain that taking the interstate at 70 miles per hour would surely beat the train taking a longer route at 45-ish, but here I was, giving up. When I heard the call that he was all stopped, I bolted and ran to the park and ride at Linden. We waited a good 20 minutes for him to finally reach us, and then we raced around to the other end of the siding and caught him again, noticing that he had a different leader. It turns out that there were two 227s in a row, which confused the dispatcher too. 227 of the 30th we caught at the Plains, and then he also got held up by 227 of the 29th, the train from the day before, at Delaplane. After we caught the first 227 at Woods, we went to get lunch. As we were heading back through Linden to get home, we passed under the tail end of the second 227, which makes me really glad we didn't wait for his head end to arrive. Mostly, I just look at them and take pictures or videos of them.
Okay. So we are here for navigation. So let's see you again on Light Sky and the Sea. Thank you.
What did we do today?
You do it. I'm out of this house.
Sit up.